Good evening, everyone. My name is Marisa Maggio-Harelson. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm an Elite Pro 8 in LifeVantage. If you don't know what that means, you will know what it means just a little bit later. I have my dear friend, Jenny Bacon, also here with us. She is a Premier Pro 4 in LifeVantage, so we'll let you know what that means as well. And she is, as I mentioned, in Prescott. She is a owner of a hair salon, a very high-end hair salon in Prescott, as well as a real estate owner, or she's got a real estate license. She owns one of the most, if not the most historic Airbnb in Prescott. Now, can you imagine somebody like her in business? You think she might have felt some things during all of this, what's going on in the world? Jenny's going to share her story in just a little while, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. I'm going to tell you about why I'm so excited about these incredible products that are changing our health and changing the way we see wellness as it is today, redefining the way we age, and a little bit about our company. So I just want to thank you so much. And please thank the person that invited you to get on this Zoom with us, whether you're watching a replay or you're watching the live, because this information that you're getting ready to hear about tonight truly has changed our life, has enhanced our family's life in so many different ways. Our health is the most important thing, right? And without it, nothing else matters. I was introduced to LifeVantage over 8 years ago by overhearing a conversation at a yoga studio. I do teach yoga and meditation. And that day I was actually a student and overheard a conversation from another teacher. And she pointed to apparently somebody that was doing LifeVantage at the time. I wanted to know more. I saw an ABC investigative report that you're going to see. I was not looking for this when it found me. But when I saw the science and I saw that ABC investigative report, I knew this is something that I could not share with people. So we're going to give you an overview tonight. I invite you to just be open so that you can learn and just see why we're so crazy excited about it. So it starts LifeVantage. We are a publicly traded company on the NASDAQ. In fact, our CEO rang the closing bell in January on Wall Street during Wellness Week. That's pretty awesome. And some of us do the business. 90% of LifeVantage is customer-based, which says a lot for what we have our hands on. But for those that see the business, definitely results are very unique to what you put into it, like in any business. But I want to take you back now. LifeVantage began in a lab with a single question out of the University of Colorado in Denver. Is declining health something that we have to simply accept as part of getting older? Our genes, what they found out, discovery number one, is that they have incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy if we take good care of them. So decades later, discovery number two, they discovered a way to activate the genes' abilities. So here's how it starts. I saw, and I'm going to show you a small clip of an ABC News investigative report that John Quinones did back in 2005. But in 2003, that's when these products started to be sold, our flagship product called Protandim and our F2 activator. So I'm going to take you back in time now. Please pay close attention to the words oxidative stress. I had never heard of oxidative stress. It's also the words you'll hear free radical damage. We all have it if we're breathing individuals. So take notice, watch this, pay close attention, and then we'll get you up to date right after.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment. For me, it begins with a blood test.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing. The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment. It's called Protandim, and tests have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age, but taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. So just what's in this seemingly incredible pill? Well, actually, its roots are very humble. Protandim is a combination of 5 plant ingredients. Some you may know: green tea or turmeric, a spice used in Indian cooking. Others, Withania somnifera and Xylibum marianum, are more exotic. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma, all of these, strokes, heart attacks.
Even mental disease.
Yes,
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression.
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically. Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after. Have we turned back the clock? Maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
We do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe. For more, go to our website at abcnews.com.
And that's exactly what everyone did. When I saw that, and I saw that John Quinones's oxidative stress level was reduced by 45% in less than 2 weeks, I was blown away. And being a former television news reporter myself, this 11-time Emmy award-winning reporter captured my attention big time. So what happened is that in 2005, there were $5 million of orders in about 2 weeks. The company stock goes way up, quickly goes down. There's a story there. I'm going to let Jenny Bacon tell us about that. But what also happened that night is that universities and prestigious medical centers all over the world contacted Dr. McCord wanting to do their own studies. So she's going to take it over, tell you why you're hearing about it now. This was on store shelves for 3 years. Protandim sat on store shelves for next to $5 and $10 antioxidants. So it just didn't sell because it has a story. People need to be educated about what's going on inside their genes. So I can't think of anybody else who would be better to share that than Jenny Bacon in Prescott. As I mentioned, she's an entrepreneur. She owns a hair salon. She's a hairstylist. She has a beautiful Airbnb. I've actually stayed in it in Prescott. She's a mom. She's a busy, busy, busy lady. And also has a heart of gold and very much into health and has a passion for wanting to stay healthy. So Jenny, thank you so much for saying yes. And I'm going to let you take it away and talk a little bit about why oxidative stress is so important, reducing it to you.
Thank you so much, Marisa. It's been an honor to be part of this group with you. Absolutely love it. So right after I saw that ABC investigative report, I was like, oh my gosh, that just spoke huge volumes to me. And like Marisa said, it aired, and then they had an influx of all of this inquiry to get this product. But these were 2 scientists in a lab. They didn't have a business set up to sell it. And so it did sit on the store shelves for a while, like GNC, Rite Aid, and Walgreens. But it took so long for it to get out And then once they actually got the product out and it was sitting there, and it was a Protandim, an activator, not a supplement. And so people didn't know what that was. And so they did decide to go to face-to-face direct sales. And that's why you're hearing about it on a Zoom from a hairdresser, like Marisa said. And so just a tiny bit about myself, why I got so excited after I saw the ABC investigative report. I was a single mom for over a decade, and so I knew that I was going to need multiple streams of income if I was going to be able to support my children the way that I wanted to and have the lifestyle that we really wanted to be able to have. And so I owned the salon, I had my real estate license, I was doing the Airbnb. I felt like I had really diversified myself very well. When I got introduced to this a year ago from Isa, I mean, I was just really blown away. And with all my other businesses, I was able to have huge success. But like a lot of you, you know, when this pandemic happened, they all got shut down. And so 3 out of my 4 businesses were not making any income. But with LifeVantage, I learned what leveraged income was, and I was able to create still an income for myself based off of the work that I've done over this last year, which we will continue to tell you about what that means. But Isa didn't know when she introduced me to this that both of my parents had died of cancer before I was 21. So being health conscious was very, very important to me, and it really spoke to my heart. And I've always been somebody who's looked at stuff, but the science is what really got me on this. And we will go over a little bit more of that here in just a minute. But oxidative stress is key to what is going on. And we all have oxidative stress. And you can get oxidative stress by various different things: diet, smoking, medications, pollutions, inactivity. If you have too much activity, you know, we all have our wireless signals now, and these oxidative stress is going to end up affecting our heart, our skin, kidneys, eyes, the immune system, the brain, the lungs. It's going to touch base on so many key components for us to be able to stay healthy. So these amazing scientists created theory 1, which is our NRF2, and this switches on our pathway. And like John Quinones said, it is made up of simple ingredients. You have milk thistle, bacopa, ashwagandha, green tea, and turmeric. And like you saw, he took it for 2 weeks and his oxidative stress dropped by 45%. And we will do that 40% in 30 days, guaranteed. You will increase your superdioxide dismutates, your SOD, by 30%, your catalyst by 54%, and the biggest one that is amazing to me is you will increase your glutathione by 300%. This is huge. It helps to support your body's natural detoxification process. And the one thing that is amazing is it is going to neutralize free radicals 1 million to 1 per second. And so in this next slide, you're going to be able to see you can do 1 to 1 and done, or you can do 1 to 1 million to 1 per second. This is absolutely huge. This graph down here in the right-hand corner, if you take a look at it, it's going to show what he was speaking about as far as if you get your blood drawn after being activated, you can no longer distinguish the difference between a 20, 40, 60, or an 80-year-old. So imagine if you have your house and it is on fire. Do you want to go into each tiny little room, or each room with a tiny little Dixie cup to try and put that fire out? Or do you want to show up with a big fire hose in each room to put that fire out? That is exactly what happens when you activate the body with the NRF2. You're fighting 1 million to 1 per second. If you do the 1 to 1 and done, you could do 11 pounds of blueberries a day. You could choose to do 375 oranges a day, 120 vitamin C tablets, or 87 glasses of red wine daily. Or you could take an NRF2. This is one of the things that really caught my attention. So if you are not familiar with pubmed.gov, I really encourage you to go. It's a government funded program. Our tax dollars pay for that. And you are going to see peer-reviewed publications by places like Harvard University, Ohio State University, National Institute on Aging, Louisiana State University, American Heart Association. These should be ringing a bell. People are very familiar with these. These are huge. I am not a scientist. I do not understand the science behind stuff. I do hair for a living. So when somebody comes in and they want to be lifted from a level 6 to a level 8, I don't know what happens when I get that done. I just know the science has been done. They told me it could. I use the products and I get it done. Same thing here. If you love to geek out on all this stuff, please, by all means, go in and do that. But the science has been done. I just use the product and know that it's going to work. One of my all-time favorites, though, is what was said by Washington State University. This is speaking of NRF2 activation. And they said NRF2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. NRF2 may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. I mean, this should excite you. This is a huge, huge deal. It's one of my all-time favorites. So with that, we end up with theory 2, which is mitochondrial decline. If you guys all remember from our science classes in high school, the mitochondria, it is the powerhouse of our cells. They do all those major things like beating of our hearts, the inflation of our lungs. Every single cell requires mitochondrial power. We ultimately end up dying from mitochondrial dysfunction, because over time our bodies start to reduce naturally how that is made. So we have created theory 2, which is to go in and flip on our NRF1 pathway. And again, we have simple ingredients, and that is going to help with increasing cellular energy, your ATP, and it is going to help improve sleep quality and cellular repair, brain health and cognitive circulation and cardiovascular system. The mighty mitochondria is huge, so we love our NRF1. And some of you might not be familiar with sirtuin activity right now. It's a little bit newer out there for about the last year for us. This is a huge, huge deal. So the sirtuin activity is what's going to basically go in and get rid of all of that waste. And our cells really start to slow down if they get compacted and that waste is not removed. And it's responsible for so many great health benefits. This is going to help for our mental and physical activity. And then if we can go in then and upregulate that naturally by flipping on our NAD pathway, this is so great. My husband loves that it supports positive mood and motivation. It boosts mental and physical energy. It really helps with our inflammation response and maintaining cholesterol, healthy cholesterol levels. So this NAD is really awesome. And then when you put them all three together, it's basically like you end up with your 3 amigos, which is so cool. They all work together in great synergy, which is awesome. And so again, you know, I can read a graph, but I'm not science-based, like I said. But if you take a look at this graph, you're going to see, you know, if you're flipping on individually your NRF2 pathway or your NRF1 or your NAD, you get great results. But the tri-synergy of all of them put together, I mean, bam, look at this. You got 838%. This is incredible. So this is, the tri-synergizer is definitely the way to go. This is very impactful for our health. And so these are basically like what we refer to as our cast of characters among our healthy living. One of the things I really would like to point out is it has been very well known recently how important our gut health is. It's basically like our second brain. And so we have an amazing probiotic. You end up with over 60% absorption rate with that, which is incredible. We have the Omega Plus, which has the vitamin D in it. It's very clean. You can trace it from boat to bottle, which is impressive. They all come with a lot number. You put it in and you can see the waters it was caught in and what kind of fish it is. Very clean, no filler oils whatsoever. Our Amazing Physique, which is our weight management line, has a prebiotic in it, which is a blood orange. It tastes phenomenal. It is so incredibly great, along with our fat burn and our very clean whey protein. I believe that everybody should have the anti-aging cream in our True Science Skincare in just their medical kit. It is phenomenal. I have a great testimony for burning myself cooking. That's why my husband's in the kitchen right now, because it is so fantastic. We have the only world's NRF2 hair care line. And of course, we can't forget our furry little friends with our pet Protandim. Axio is one of the best products. I've gotten all of my teenagers on this. If you have kids and they're anything like mine, and you see them walking around with all those horrible energy drinks, we have switched those all out to this Axio, and I am telling you, it is amazing, the change for them. And so this is basically what we would have to offer for anybody to have a healthy lifestyle. Right now in June, I love that our company puts together amazing bundles. And so this month in June, they actually have a promotion. It's called the Neuro Hacker. And in that bundle, you do get the NAD, you get the NRF2, you get the Omega Plus with the vitamin D and the Axio. And you could pick your Axio flavor. And with this bundle, you get 33% off, which is huge savings. It's all about getting that brain going good. And then they have a second one, which is the Smart Bundle, and it includes the NAD, the Axio, and the Omega, and that one is 29% off. And then you could do just the brain basics, which I love, the NAD and the Omega, and that one is at 25% off. The company is all about creating great promotions for people to jump in and start this company. So I started, and I'll let Marisa talk a little bit more about this because she's so well-grounded in it, but I just want to let you know, after I saw that ABC investigative report, I was on fire. It really resonated with me, and I thought about 10 people that I thought I could introduce this to. And so I jumped in and I got what I refer to as a business in a box. And Marisa will touch base a little bit more on that and explain that to you on what that is. But I mean, it was one of those things. I knew that I needed all my kids on it, my husband and myself. And so you can come in and get great savings when you bundle up together, even if you just want to introduce your family to it, or if you would like to do a business in the box, just like I did. And Marisa will tell you all about how you can get started on that.
Well, and I know this has helped you all so much, your whole family. So thank you, Jenny. I love your enthusiasm. Thank you so much for sharing. And I just, I think I mentioned that LifeVantage finds you. You don't find LifeVantage, right? And I know that you were, I remember you saying, I'm too busy. I can't take on anything else. And I realized that busy people get things done. And you have, and you are a true rising leader of this company. And it's just really been a pleasure, getting to know you and you supporting so many people. So thank you. I was introduced as a great
mentor.
Well, that's what we get. We get a lot of that. And 90% of LifeVantage is customer based, which says a lot for what we have our hands on. Not everybody needs to do the business, but there is an incredible opportunity for those that see an opportunity, that see the timing. And really that's where we're going to be. That's where we are right now, is the timing of LifeVantage just couldn't be better. So I'm going to just share a little bit about what we have. It's basically, you have an online store that you can work from anywhere in the world. if you see yourself sharing this with, and for me, health is so important. When I worked in TV news, I had a health beat, and I was always interested in how could I be a healthier person and educate people. So here, if you fall in love with these products and a few basic business principles, you can actually A, get your products paid for, or B, create some part-time, full-time, or life-changing leveraged income that I did not know existed. I didn't grow up in an entrepreneurial household. I'll tell you a little bit more about my story, but if you have technology, you have a phone or a laptop, you can do this business basically from anywhere. The company gives you this amazing website, which is incredible. They manage it for you, a back office. You can send a shopping cart link to those that you recommend. And trust me, I have. My service manager at the Jeep place the other day, I gave him 2 samples of Axio. He fell in love with it. He's like, oh my gosh, this stuff's amazing. I go, well, our company has these promotions this month. I sent him the link and he ordered that Neuro bundle, the biggest bundle. And he just texted me today, wowee. I know, right? So this is what we have. You guys, people care about their health more than anything today. Our health is so critically important. And if you look at the rise in trends, 60% increase in wellness sales in the last 8 years. LifeVantage is pioneering nutrigenomics. We're talking about nutrition for the genes, changing our gene expression through nutrition and naturally occurring compounds. We are pioneering and redefining the way people age and view wellness care. It's very exciting. Just like Jenny said, when you go to pubmed.gov, type in oxidative stress, just for yourself, type in oxidative stress, and you're gonna see over 230,000 studies and rising, over 1,800 studies on oxidative stress a month coming out and more. Type in oxidative stress and any issue you're concerned about, and I can promise you, you're gonna find studies that are related. Because oxidative stress is the rusting of the cells caused by aging, caused by, as she talked about, the environmental factors and all kinds, even emotional stress, right? So people also have oxidative stress in their bank accounts. And here's a way that you can actually reduce that type of oxidative stress if you fall in love with these products. If you're looking at them, a lot of people will come into business on one of these packs. We call it the Costco. The Platinum pack is the Costco version. You then get to experience all of the store and not just one type of latte like a Starbucks. Like if you were seriously thinking about, yes, I want to be on all the products, I want to share them with people, you might consider coming in on one of these packs because the savings by themselves is tremendous. Over 35% savings on the Platinum pack, 33% on the Gold pack, and then over 30% on the Silver pack. This is a one-time purchase only. And then if you fall in love with this, you want to share it with other people, if they come in on one of those packs, the company's going to send you a 40% thank you check for one of those packs. And you do that 2 more times, you've now gotten in the business for free. You've gotten your return on investment, you've gotten your products for free, and you're ready to build a global business. I did not think that I would be doing that 8 years in the pipeline of LifeVantage. I mean, it has just been incredible, life-changing, and the personal growth has been amazing. So we do pay weekly and monthly. I'm not going to get all into our commission structure right now, but I do want to point out one amazing way that we pay, one of several different ways we pay. We have an elite pool. So when you hit the elite ranks, we have levels I mentioned earlier, Pro 1 through Pro 10, actually a little bit more than 10 now. And when you hit the elite ranks, which is a Pro 7, you take part in global revenue sharing. They take 4% of the monthly commissionable sales, they put it in a pool, and they divide it among the elites. Pro 7's getting 1 of those shares, Pro 8's getting 2 of the 4, Pro 9's getting 3 of the 4, and Pro 10's getting all 4 shares. So what happens is everybody is in your organization in LifeVantage. Every customer that has been on the products from, let's say, 10 years ago when it first started. Isn't that pretty incredible? So we have a beautiful culture in LifeVantage. It doesn't matter whose team you're on, we all help each other. And we do pay really well. It takes time. This isn't net wish marketing, it is network marketing. But we help get our new people to what we call Pro 3, Premier Pro 3, within their first 90 days, where there are bonuses that can be also had for people getting to Pro 2 and Pro 3 quickly. Pro 3 is about 5,000 organizational volume points, almost dollar for dollar, but not quite, dollar for point, but not quite. And look at that, it's over a $600 a month leverage check. This is earning you income while you're sleeping. You do the work once, you get paid over and over because our products are consumable. People need them every single day. So now you have this asset-based business. 3 to 5 years can change your life forever. And you can not only live a legacy, but you can leave a legacy if you choose to. Pro 5 is getting in more of the middle ranks. It's over 20,000 organizational volume points coming through your business every single month. And that's what Jenny is working on right now. And that's really significant. It's over $3,000 worth of income that you're getting. I mean, think about that, you guys. Even 200 extra dollars a month right now is so doable in LifeVantage and can help so many families. Hitting more into the elite ranks, a Pro 7, is over $13,000. That's over 100,000 organizational volume points coming through their business. They did not do that. They shared it with a few people, maybe 3 people who saw it like they did and wanted to duplicate the system. So I'm a Pro 8. I have over 8,000 people in my organization, and I don't know 8,000 people. Hello. But it's the few people I shared it with that saw it, that wanted to share it with other people. And then all of a sudden you have this global business. We are in 24 countries today. When I started LifeVantage, we were in 4 countries. So you have to ask yourself, can I do this? I love the products. Well, when you go to a movie or you go to a restaurant and you love it, or you read a good book, do you tell people about it? That's really what you have here. We're not attached to people joining our business, but we are attached to helping people be healthier. You get 20, if you do decide to do the business, trust me, I would never be where I am today, and neither would Jenny be where she is today, and other people on this call, if they didn't have support from mentors, people who were better than us, that were more successful than us. I wanted to learn from those people. I didn't listen to the naysayers and the people sitting on the couch saying this doesn't work. It works if you work it. So it's just been, we help people launch, learn, and lead. And it's simple. We have a system for success. We have beautiful corporate events, hoping that we have our global convention in October in Las Vegas. You want to come to that. And we have lots of incentives and promotions and just a beautiful community. We have weekly corporate trainings where you hear from the top leaders of our company on how they got to where they are, because they're no more special. I'm one of those too, and I'm not any more special than anybody else that's listening to this call. I just had a burning desire for change and to find another way. I wanted to be the CEO of my life and my family's life. I mean, look at what's happening today in the world. If you are not expanding your financial portfolio, if it's not LifeVantage, find something to do and have a home-based business, because there's incredible tax write-offs, number one. There's great benefits. You have a lot of fun, and you get to play with people that are life-minded and like-minded. And we have a really good time in LifeVantage. So I just want to, if you want to be a customer, great. If you want to know more about the business, please get back to the person that invited you on this call. Let them know where you're at. And if you have more questions, let's get you those questions answered. So I thank you so much for being on this call and just taking time to learn, to be open-minded. And that's what we have to be today. Be the CEO of your own life. This has been so much fun. We give back to charities. The company matches what we give to. We've been able to build homes, my kids, my husband and I, in Rocky Point, Mexico, part of the LifeVantage Legacy Program. That's one of the many charities that this company, we're all heart, publicly traded. Erin Brockovich is on our board of directors. Do you remember who she is? The story of Erin Brockovich, Julia Roberts played her. She is a game changer when it comes to health and protecting people's rights. She doesn't join anything lightly. So to have her a part of our company and to just see our company exploding, we're the official sponsors for Real Salt Lake Major League Soccer team. Every single day, better and better things are happening for this company. Check out our stock. It's really a good place to be. So I just thank you. Thanks so much. Jenny, thank you. Have a great evening, everyone.